All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is another night of streaming here at Down South Racing League. See Jared Ballard coming out on track to turn his first couple of laps. We'll just have to see what he's going to do right here. Sorry I missed out on practice, a little bit of a late start, but we are here for qualifying, so we're going to see what these guys can do. Jared Ballard running a little throwback to his dad. We're going to go through and cycle through these throwbacks. And we're just going to talk about them a little bit. Everybody was able to provide a little bit of a detail about these cars. Jared Fowler running a throwback to his dad back when he used to race Cup Lights. We're going to just also cycle through some of these other cars. See Zach Smith still running his, but Trevor Baden showing also a little bit of an ode to his father, running his old late model that he used to run at Bowman Gray. So definitely some cool looking cars. Dalton Creech running a throwback to his uncle. He told me that this is his uncle's very first race car, so definitely a very cool paint scheme and something very cool to look at. You see a DC Designs big logo on the front. He is the main sponsor for this league, but see Connor Fox, he has slowed his car down, but you see Dustin Hardy running a Mark Martin throwback, so definitely a cool deal here. Ooh, almost runs it into the wall, but Patrick McPeak, we all know this car. It's been around for a long time, but he's obviously throwing it back to Dale Earnhardt. Definitely a good-looking car. Carson Klingelhofer, he was throwing it back to his own father as well, running his father's modified scheme. But I believe that is going to do it for qualifying. I believe everybody is throwing a lap down. Brandon Kelly, he's out here putting down a lap. This is a throwback, obviously, to Alan Kawicki / Chase Elliott. This is I believe he threw it back to the to the Chase Elliott throwback that Chase did at Darlington to Alan Kawicki. Alan Kawicki obviously being one of my favorite drivers, so I'll be rooting for this car, and I'll be rooting for this scheme out here to win. Did not win the competition. I'm not too sure. I have to go back and look and see who actually won the competition. But we may bring Dalton Creech in here to talk about the competition. We're going to go ahead and actually bring him in here to talk about it. Hey, Dalton Swain, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, man. I'm just going to bring you in here and just get a few details from you about this competition. A lot of people were wondering about it, and I wasn't too sure who won it. If you just wanted to go ahead and announce who actually won that competition.
Yeah. So Dustin Hardy got it. He ended up getting 5 votes. I got 1. Brendan Kelly got 1. But yeah, Dustin got the win in the throwback competition.
All right, that's he's obviously throwing it back to I believe that is I believe it's Mark Martin, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was joking with him earlier. I think he cheated. He brought guys in the Discord to vote for him. That's what I told him.
Yeah, that's but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to win. You know what I mean? But no, it's it's all in good fun. But we're definitely talking about some of these paint schemes. But while we got you in here, we can go back and try to take a look at your scheme. Right here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the scheme that you are running tonight?
Yeah. So my uncle, of course, you guys know I run the 36 every week. That was my uncle's number when he raced, and then was my number when I raced as well. And just the 36 has always meant a lot to me. This car is actually a throwback to his first ever race car that he ran over at Stafford Motor Speedway. Before I was even born, and he ended up racing, coming down to Florida and racing down in Florida until he retired, and that's where all my Tiger schemes come from. So I was gonna run the Tiger scheme, and I just poured my drink all over me. Fantastic. And was gonna run the Tiger scheme, but decided different. Went with the the white and blue 36 car.
Alrighty, well, we're going to bring people in during this race and get them to talk about their schemes. And we just wanted to bring you in. We see that you sat at second on the pole. We're going to go ahead and let you go, and good luck on your race tonight, man.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
No problem. We're going to quickly bring in Chase Spradlin and get a word from him. As you can see him right there in his car. Hey, Chase, this way, you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on your pole position tonight, man. How's the track feeling? How's the car feeling?
It feels pretty good there. I think I just did a one-lap wonder, to be honest with you, because I jumped up from a 50 to a 30 something right there at the end. I remember I got Dalton right there by just 100 right there, so that might have been a little bit of luck. But, you know, heck yeah, maybe TPS Racing will do good tonight. And thanks to Grant Thompson for getting this car painted tonight. Something maybe look good.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good-looking car, man. But yeah, are you doing a throwback tonight, or is this just kind of one of your own paint schemes?
This is kind of one of my own paint schemes there that Grant threw together for me, more like my real-life racing car. Just try to get me something together so I wouldn't run a generic screen.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on your pole position, man. Hopefully you can keep it up there and try to pull out the win tonight.
Hey, thanks so much, man. I appreciate y'all putting on the broadcast, man. Thanks for what y'all do. I got told a minute ago to see if y'all put the link to the broadcast in here too.
Yeah, I will definitely drop it in there in just a second. But good luck to you, man, and hopefully you can keep it up there.
Thank y'all, man.
No problem. Alrighty, that was your pole sitter, Chase Spradlin. Definitely one of those guys. He is actually able to put on the pole more often than you think. He starts up here quite a lot, honestly. We're gonna go ahead and pull up. Hopefully we can pull these results up. Get one going. You see Chase Spradlin on that pole in the pole position. It's disappeared on me, but you got Dalton Creech on his outside with Grant Thompson starting in the 3rd spot with Dustin Hardy on his outside. You got Zach Smith in the 5th spot with Brandon Kelly on his outside. Chris Roberts in the 7th spot with Carson Klinghoffer on his outside. Trevor Baden in that 9th spot with Cole Peavy to his outside. You got looks like Connor Fox in the 11th spot with Jacob Merrill to his outside, and obviously Jonathan Lowe and Patrick McPeak, and then Jared Fowler rounding out your field tonight. Go ahead and swap it over here. See, boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys. But there we are, getting ready to race. We'll just have to see. These guys definitely going to throw these things around. It's going to be no joke here tonight. These guys are going to get real aggressive. They're going to get everything they can going. Chase Spradlin, the field is in your hands, brother. See if you can get it. He takes off. Good start by Chase Spradlin. We'll just have to see. Can he keep it up front, though? He's able to so far. Not quite able to clear Dalton Creech like he wanted to right there. Just not able to get out in front like he wanted to. But you see, he's finally able to clear him right there. Finally able to get out in front, but Grant Thompson trying to use that inside and trying to get to him. Not quite able to. Still running it hard. Grant Thompson to his inside. He's finally going to lose that pole position right there. Almost runs it into the wall. Not what you want to see. But Grant Thompson, now your new leader. He's got it out front. Let's have to see what happens here. Can Grant keep it out front? Who has enough to save these tires? Oh, we see Zach Smith, Dalton Creech running it hard right there. This guy's running as hard as he can. See Carson Klinghoffer on the outside right there trying to make something happen on Cole Peavy. Brandon Kelly also back there with Chris Roberts in tow. Got Trevor Baden also right there with Patrick McPeak running that Intimidator. Also got Connor Fox throwing it back to, I believe, his one of his family members. Jonathan Lowe, Jared Fowler, Jacob Merrill. See Grant Thompson still in the lead. Dalton Creech in that second spot, trying to chase him down. Zach Smith in that third spot, trying to chase both of these cars down. Chase Bradley is slowly but surely falling back. Yellow flag is out. Let's see what happens. Says Jonathan, just take a look at it. Let's see who went around. Jonathan Lowe trying to catch up. We'll have to go back and take a look at it. Jared. Oh, that's the wrong button. That is my fault. Jonathan Lowe, Jonathan Lowe, Jared Fowler running hard. Jared Fowler, oh, just come up just a little bit and tagged him. Looks like not too much damage to either of those cars, so maybe they'll both be able to drive away from that. Grant Thompson able to hold on to the lead. He's still got that lead. Can he drive away with it, though? Grant Thompson hopefully has the speed, but Chase Spradlin fell back just a little bit, but he may be able to rebound after this caution right here. We will just have to see what happens. While we're under this caution flag, we're going to bring in another driver. We're going to bring in Dustin Hardy and talk to him for just a second. So, hey Dustin Swain, you got a copy? Hey man, we're just bringing in different people under this yellow flag. We're just gonna bring you in if you just wanted to talk about your car for just a second.
Yeah, she's a little loose right now, but we're just trying to hang out till about halfway to pit stop.
Yeah. Well, do you want to tell us a little bit about your throwback tonight?
Oh yeah, it's actually Mark Martin's ASA club back in the day. I've always been a Mark Martin fan since way back when my dad figured out what NASCAR was. I figured I'd throw it back to him.
Alrighty, well, we see you're about to go green, so good luck, man. Hopefully you can get up there and win this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Alrighty, back to green flag racing. You see Grant Thompson got an amazing start right there, but Dalton Creech right in tow. He's not going to let him get too far away. Also, Zach Smith in that third spot with Cole Peavy, Chase Spradlin, Dustin Hardy. All these guys bunched up, put him under a blanket and tuck him in. That's what you could do with all 5 of those cars, it looked like right there. They were all so tightly packed right there. But Grant Thompson trying to drive away with this thing with Dalton Creech in tow. But Zach Smith, another one of those cars you want to look out for. He is always pretty fast. It seems to be at any track. He knows how to work his way to the front. But with 100 laps of racing, you don't want to burn up these tires too fast. But we're already 15 laps into this race. It's Chase Spradlin trying to maybe use a little bit of tire-saving technique here. We see a little bit of contact a little bit further back. We see Jared Fowler, Connor Fox, Jacob Merrill, all those cars battling hard. Jonathan Lowe seemed to be struggling just a little bit after that wreck. Maybe burnt the tires up just a little bit. Not what you wanted to see. You see Jacob Merrill. He's running a little bit of a Toyota Supra throwback to back in the day. Very cool scheme to look at right there. See Patrick McPeak, though, maybe trying to intimidate Brandon Kelly just a little bit. So we'll just have to see right here on board with Patrick McPeak. You see him working that wheel back and forth, trying to make something happen. We'll turn it down hard. We'll try to keep that thing to the bottom of the track. You see Chase Spraddle and Dustin Hardy going at it. See Chase tried to make a move to the inside, still looking inside. But Zach Smith, he's finally caught Dalton Creech. Does he try to make a move on his car? They are definitely moving, but he has caught Dalton Creech. Oh, yellow flag is back out. We'll have to see what that was for. We're going to try to take a look. Seems to be involving Connor Fox, who's just now getting going. Go back and take a look and see what happened right here. Oh, seems like he just got loose coming off the corner. They were just a whip around. Just a quick little spin, quick little caution, but go ahead and bring in another driver to maybe talk about their car just a little bit. So we're gonna bring in Patrick McPeak. Hey Patrick, so you got a copy? Hey man, we're just bringing people in to maybe talk about their cars just a little bit, and we're just gonna ask you, what's your throwback and what's it mean to you?
Hey, yeah, this paint scheme is supposed to be Dell Senior's number 3 Goodwrench car, the one that they first presented when it was the '87 Monte Carlo. Back, I want to say it was 1977 or something. I might be wrong, but this replicate the very first Goodwrench car that he ever driven, and I always thought that was a beautiful paint scheme. I've done several throwbacks before and never got to run this paint scheme, so I felt like tonight would be perfect here at Wilkesboro.
Oh yeah, definitely a good night to do it. And I mean, how's the track feeling?
Track is actually starting catching some grip now. I've been seeing some people kind of getting a little bit slick and kind of gliding off at the corners, and I'm trying my best to save tire as much as possible. And I think this track is going to start catching some grip close about to the end of this, as long as we stay green.
Oh yeah, well, good luck to you, man. You are our second biggest mover of the race, up 5 spots since the start of this race. So hopefully you can continue moving up, man.
Yes, sir. We're going to try. Thank you, man.
No problem. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
All right, you see them getting up 2 by 2. Grant Thompson still your leader. Is he going to be able to get the start like he did before? We will just have to see. Yeah, beautiful number 54, but the 36 on the outside. It is a bad, fast car, not one you want to mess with. Here they go, green flag in the air. Grant Thompson with another amazing start in that Camaro. Dalton Creech dives it down low. Tries to get to him, not quite able to. Oh, we see a few of them in the wall right there, running hard off of that corner. See, Dalton Creech still in tow. He is trying to make something happen. Grant Thompson has the car to beat, it seems to be right now, but Cole Peavy, he's moving up through this field pretty quick. He's not one to play with right now. Zach Smith may be falling back a little bit, but Dustin Hardy, he's kind of moving up through this field. Carson Klingelhofer, he's also moving up. He's trying to make do with what he's got. See Chase Spraddling right there. He's lost the pole, but he's definitely moving back up through the field. Also Patrick McPeak moving up through the field, but Cole Peavy, our biggest mover of the night, up 7 spots since the start of this race, so definitely a car to look out for tonight. See Zach Smith diving to the inside of him, maybe try to clear him off the corner, not quite able to though. Zach Smith gonna try to use that bottom momentum just a little bit more, maybe slide up just a little bit and try to use him up. 8 tires turn better than 4. As you see, coming around to complete lap 29 of 100. These laps are definitely clicking off very, very fast. racetrack being very rough on these cars. Seen a couple people already spin out on their own with just a little bit of contact. So very tight track, very loose track also, but look out for Patrick McPeak, who has moved ahead of all these cars behind him. He is trying to catch these cars in front of him. He almost won the ARCA race, so definitely a car to look out for, because we all know he can be fast. He was on the leader's bumper coming out of Ford, almost had that thing won, just not quite able to. But such a beautiful car. You see that thing zooming around. See, it got a lot of shine to it. A lot of these cars do. Jared Fowler running another good-looking car. Also, Trevor Baden running a good-looking car. You see Coca-Cola on that card. A couple others sponsored on there. Chris Roberts running a patriotic scheme. Definitely another good-looking car. But Grant Thompson, you see, still holding on to that lead. A lot of these cars just zooming around this track. I mean, they are definitely moving. Ooh, we almost hit the tag, the wall right there, but on board with Grant Thompson. You see him, he is working that wheel. He gets down in the corner, has to back out quite a lot, gets down to the bottom. Everybody's running these cars as hard as they can. Guys doing everything they can to catch our leader, Grant Thompson. But they're just not quite able to. See, Zach Smith, he is working on Dalton Creech. He is just wanting to get by him. He knows he's got a fast car, and he wants to prove it. As you see him, looks to the inside, is actually able to get there. He's to the inside of Dalton Creech, but is he actually able to hang on to it? Maybe not quite yet. Still using the bottom of that track. Still to the inside, Dalton Creech. Here, Dalton Creech, you've seen it right there. A little bit of sparks flying. Tagged that wall just a little bit. Zach Smith still showing the nose, showing, hey, I'm not giving up just yet. I still want this spot. To the inside, Zach Smith goes once again. Both these guys. Oh, Zach Smith a little loose right there. Has to fall back in line, but Dustin Hardy, he's worked his way around these cars. He's wanting to get up here and win this thing. You can see that Patrick McPeak and also Brandon Kelly have caught this lead pack. They have separated from these cars behind them to Trevor Baden, Jared Fowler, both running hard. Jared Fowler got a little bit of right front damage. You can see that right front tire is sticking out. That may benefit him, obviously, with that maybe cooling the tire just a little bit. Connor Fox trying to catch these cars. So a lot of these cars falling back, maybe just trying to save the tires. A little bit of contact getting in. Oh, Zach Smith, Dalton Creech. You've seen Zach Smith. He is basically pushing Dalton Creech around this track currently. He's running a little bit higher, maybe try to arc this corner just a little bit better than Dalton Creech. He is running it as hard as he can. He wants to get by Dalton Creech, but Dalton Creech not letting it happen. Oh, Creech loose. That may have been what Smith needed. I don't think it was quite enough of a shake for Smith to complete that pass, but they are definitely running it door to door, side by side. Smith actually able to complete the pass, slides up in front of Smith. Creech gonna try the crossover, doesn't get it though. Now it's Zach Smith trying to catch Grant Thompson. Grant Thompson has opened up this lead to 1.5 seconds. You see it up there on the tower, or on the ticker. Dalton Creech has lost that second spot, but Archie Klinghoffer, he's worked his way past Dustin Hardy. Also, Chase Spradlin also trying to work his way past Dustin Hardy also. Dustin stuck on that outside, not where he wants to be. He wants to get to that bottom side as quick as possible. He's trying to use a little bit of blocking. Tries to drive it in deep. in front of, I believe that is Chase Spradlin. Tries driving in front of him, not quite able to just yet. See him, he is, still stuck on the outside of Chase Spradlin. He's wanting to get by him and wanting to get in front of him, but is not quite able to just yet. You can hear him on the left side. Chase Spradlin is still running that car as hard as he can, wanting to keep Dustin on the outside. Dustin driving way up high. Not where he wanted to be, but he may be able to carry the momentum and actually get to the bottom of the track. He is able to. What a drive by Dustin Hardy. Oh, we see Dalton Creech. Oh, types of sideways right there. Actually able to hang on to it, though. What a save. Carson Klingelhofer, you see Dalton Creech. He goes high. And that's about, oh, Dalton Creech into the wall. Hopefully he didn't hit it too hard and got any damage off of that. Ooh, a little bit of contact from that 36 and the 21. 36 giving 21 a little bit of a shot. The Carson Klingelhofer still running that car as hard as he can on board with Dalton Creech, who gets to the bottom. He wants to get back further up. See a little bit of a, oh, Patrick Peak is rolled over. What has happened here? Not what you wanted to see. Oh, Lord. Go back and take a look and see what happened. This is coming down the front stretch. Looking at Cole Peavy right here. Oh, he gets into the car in front of him, and then after that, it's just a chain reaction. And then you see Patrick McPeak roll over onto his top. So a little bit of a chain reaction. We're going to watch it from Patrick McPeak's point of view. On board with Patrick McPeak. Oh, seems like the car in front of him gets into him, but he doesn't anticipate it and just not where he wanted, and then just after that, nothing for him to do. And he just rolls over onto the top. Man, tough break for these guys. All of them. See, Chris Roberts actually stayed out. He wants to keep. He wants to stay out front. Also, Carson, before this stream, wanted me to shout out his girlfriend, who said he said it was going to be watching the stream. So shout out to Carson's girlfriend, and also Patrick McPeak. While we're on the subject of that, he wanted me to shout out Logan, who's one of the people that works at Grizzly Steel Structures, who just had twins. So congratulations to Logan. But we're going to go ahead, and if these cars aren't double file, I believe the pace lights are out on that truck. So we'll have to catch these guys on this next caution. Try to bring somebody else in and let them talk about their car. We got a lot going on behind the scenes here of this stream, so a little bit of a one-man operation right now. We're going to try to get everything rolling pretty good here soon. See. Back to the green. Chris Roberts is your leader. He did not get tires right there, so we'll see how much of that takes into effect. See, Grant Thompson, he drives around the outside. You can definitely see those new tires take effect right there. Everybody drives up on him. Oh, they drive up on him pretty good right there. Oh, Dustin Hardy to his inside. You can definitely see the difference in tires right there. Chris Roberts is getting left in the dust. He had the lead for about 2 seconds, and after that, everybody drove around him. So Grant Thompson, now your leader, with Zach Smith in second, but Carson Klingelhofer, Dustin Hardy, Dalton Creech, Jared Fowler, one of those cars that is going to move up to the front. Not sure. You see Patrick McPeak is actually going to get back out on track. So he is actually able, but he is 4 laps down, but he's still running. Hopefully maybe he can get those laps back and try to run with these guys. But Peavy and Lowe also a lap down from the damage that they had to get fixed. So not the scenario you wanted to see. Brandon Kelly, Jacob Merrill, Chase Spradlin, Jared Fowler, Dustin Hardy. All these guys moving up to the front. Jared Fowler being your biggest mover, up 9 positions since the start of this race. He's watching this battle in front of him, hoping it heats up just a little bit. He can get by these cars. You see that dark horse Mustang. He's definitely putting that thing to work. Still trying to arc those corners, trying to make something happen here. He is in that 6th spot. He's wanting that 5th spot. You see him drive it way down low. Oh, to the inside of Dalton Creech. He is able maybe to complete that pass. Dalton Creech seems like that car has just gotten a little loosey, a little bit of damage on that right side now. It looked like he tagged the wall coming out of the corner right there just a little bit. But you see Creech drive it in just as hard in 3 and 4, want to keep it. See him loose on the outside. Not what you want to do. Blinks out for just a second. But Klingelhofer in that 3rd spot. He's actually gaining on our leaders currently. So he may be one of the faster cars on the track right now. He's closing that gap up. These leaders get to battling too hard. Carson's going to be able to close it up pretty good. Hopefully get there and try to win this thing. 62 laps of racing in. Less than 40 laps to go. 37 laps to go in this race. So it is time to get on, take your gloves off and just bare knuckle these cars around. These cars back there getting real loose. Dalton Creech, one of those cars that just seems to be battling a super loose race car. See, every time he comes out of the corner, that thing seems to be sideways. He is dirt tracking this thing. So not what he wanted to have happen. So a lot of those cars, see also Brandon Kelly, he was another one of those cars that looks real loose. So we'll just have to see. Does it in on the high side? Jared Fowler, he's going to fall back just a little bit. Chase Spradlin going to take that spot away. Jacob Merrill looking for that spot. Chase Spradlin going to chase down Dalton Creech, but Dustin Hardy, he's going to be chasing down these top 3 in front of him. He wants to get there. He was talking to me before the race. He said how bad he wanted to win this thing. He felt like he had the opportunity in the ARCA race, just fell apart for him. So he said he's looking for a little bit of redemption tonight in this late model stock race that he's been practicing. Definitely getting the laps in that he needed. But you see Zach Smith, he's hungry for a win also, so he's going to try to get past Grant Thompson. .68 laps complete right there at the line. These guys running as hard as they can. Grant Thompson, Zach Smith, your top 2 right now battling it out. They're definitely trying their hardest. See Carson Klingelhofer, he is also trying. He is trying his hardest. He wants to get it there. He wants to win this thing. Dustin Hardy also catching these guys. Dalton Creech looks like he might have actually gotten that car back up under himself. Has actually fixed that loose issue. So we'll just have to see. Still driving that car as hard as he can, trying to hold on to this 5th spot. He wants the top 5 to try to keep those points alive. The cars are maybe just trying to ride and catch these leaders, hoping that they'll make a mistake. Be less than 30 laps to go up there on the leaderboard. 72 laps complete. line, so 3 laps complete. Carson Klinghoffer driving his heart out, trying to catch these leaders, but Zach Smith still not able to get past Grant Thompson. Grant Thompson's had the strongest car of the night. Nobody has seemed to have been able to get around him. Once he took the lead, he's just kind of held it there. So let's have to see if Zach Smith has enough for him. It'll be 25 laps to go at the line. Grant Thompson still drive it down low. 26 laps to go now in this race. You see Chase Spradlin trying to make a move on Dalton Creech. He has closed up the gap. He's wanting to get there. Jared Fowler, Jacob Merrill, Cole Peavy. Cole Peavy has actually a lap down. So he's not racing for a spot. He's just racing to get back through the field. Oh, Jared Fowler's pulled it down to the bottom of the track. Maybe an issue with that car. Not too sure what is going on with that car. Not too sure, but you see Chase Spradlin, he's on the inside of Dalton Creech. Not able to complete the pass right there, but maybe try to get a run going through 3 and 4 and going down into 1 and 2. See, on the inside, a little bit of contact. You see rear end damage. That was enough contact to cause some damage. Oh, Dalton Creech still loose. Able to hang on to it, though. But that may spark a little bit of a rivalry. There's still 22 laps to go in this race, so definitely want to be careful of what you do and who you make enemies with. Oh, Dalton Creech. That car just seems to be just falling apart up under him. He's just not able to hang on to it anymore. Not too sure what is going on. You see Zach Smith trying to chase his cars down. Carson Klinghoffer in tow. Not far behind, wanting to make something happen. Also Dustin Hardy. We'll just have to see. No cautions yet. There will be 20 laps to go at the line. We'll just have to see. Grant Thompson, Zach Smith, these guys battling for this top spot. Does Zach Smith pull off the move now, or does he just wait it out? But Carson, I believe he is closing that gap up to these guys. He's wanting to make something happen. I'm sorry about that. I'm not too sure what just happened. Trevor Baton, he's still running right there with it. Jacob Merrill and Connor Fox. He's wanting to get past Connor Fox. The top 5 is Grant Thompson, Zach Smith, Carson Klinghoffer, Dustin Hardy, Chase Spradlin rounding out your top 5. Chase trying to catch up now to Dustin Hardy. He wants to get that 4th spot away, but Carson Klinghoffer is going to be your biggest mover of the race so far, up 5 spots, but he is probably hoping that these leaders will mess up and he can take advantage of that and maybe try to pull a win away. You see Zach, he has closed up that gap by quite a lot. I mean, he is basically pushing Grant Thompson around this track. I mean, he has stayed right on his bumper this whole time. We'll just have to see 15 laps to go at the line. You see him, he is right on his bumper. I mean, he cannot get any closer than that. If he does, he's going to hit him and possibly spin him around. We'll just have to see, does he use the bumper or does he just try to pass him straight up? And also, who has enough tire at the end of this thing? We'll just have to see. Both of them basically using the same line. Maybe Zach Smith on a little bit lower line, and maybe Zach is trying to conserve his tires while also making Grant, trying to force Grant to make a mistake. I believe that's what he's trying to do, is force Grant to make a mistake so he can take advantage of it. We will just have to see what happens right here. Oh man, you can't get any closer than that. He's basically pushing him around the track. I'm not too sure who has the faster car right now between Zach Smith and Grant Thompson, but Zach Smith definitely running right up on Grant Thompson's bumper, trying to make something happen. See what happens here. Focusing on these two, we're going to go a little bit further back. See Chase Spradlin, he has worked his way up to the bumper of Dustin Hardy. He's wanted to get this fourth spot away. Also, Connor Fox has worked his way around Dalton Creech, but Dalton Creech, you see, he is still turning things to the right quite a lot, more than he is turning it left. I'm not too sure what is going on with that car. Patrick LePeak working his way through the field, but on board with Zach Smith. Grant Thompson drove away just a little bit, but Zach Smith able to close it up on the straightaways. And we see him close up the gap once again. He's wanting to make this thing interesting at the end. He's wanting Grant to make a mistake so he can take advantage of it. Does he use the bumper though? 7 laps to go. Carson Klinghoffer, it's your time, buddy. See Chase Spradlin, he's made a move to the inside of Dustin Hardy. He's making this interesting. He's won that fourth spot. He's going to get it, I believe. Not quite able to. Not yet, not yet. Yep, not quite able to. See Zach Smith, he has worked his way to the inside of Grant Thompson. He's wanting to take this lead away. 5 laps to go at the line right there. 5 laps to go. Who has the car? They don't need to make too many mistakes because Carson Klinghoffer, like I said, is in tow. He can easily take this thing away from both of these guys. So we'll just have to see Zach Smith, Grant Thompson running it as hard as they can. Try to close it up a little bit more. Not quite able to. Running right on his bumper. I mean, he is running it hard. Oh, on his inside once again. Who has the car? Grant Thompson has a little bit of a better car right there. 3 laps to go at the line right there. Zach Smith to his inside once again. Drives it in deep. We're coming up on 2 laps to go. They're keeping it clean so far. 2 laps to go at the line. Grant Thompson, Zach Smith, side by side, door to door. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4, still door to door. Here they come off of the turn 4 corner. Still side by side, white flag is in the air. Next time by completes the race. Who has enough car? How hard do they drive it? Does Zach Smith, like I said, does he use the bumper? He drives it in deep. Not quite able to. It's going to be Grant Thompson at the line with Zach Smith finishing in the 2nd spot with Carson Klinghoffer in that 3rd spot with Chase Spradlin, Dustin Hardy rounding out your top 5. What a drive by Zach Smith. He almost had it. Just wasn't quite able to get it done right there. Man, I tell you, what a drive by them. See Grant Thompson burning it down. A little bit of a bumper-to-bumper burnout. There you go, a little bit of a bumper-to-bumper burnout. Oh. Too sure what's going on there. See, Grant Thompson is your winner. We're going to go ahead and start these interviews, man, but what a drive by Zach Smith. Almost had it there at the end, man. I mean, I thought he had it right there at the end. I didn't know if he was going to get it. They drove it in side by side for so long. But just waiting on these guys to move into the waiting room so we can go ahead and start pulling people in for these interviews. What a drive by all these guys. I mean, they did an amazing job. A pretty relatively clean race. The kind of race you want week in and week out. Couldn't ask for a better race tonight, and especially at North Wilkesboro. But we're gonna go ahead and bring in our third place finisher of Carson Klingelhofer. Hey Carson, what's you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All righty, buddy. Well, congratulations on your third place finish, man. I mean, not where you wanted to finish, obviously, but still a good finish tonight. I mean, how are you feeling about that?
I'm a little bit excited about it. It's just those two up front checked out, and at that rate, I was just looking at fourth and just each lap putting a little bit of math together and seeing how hard I needed to push the car. I was just trying to save tires, and I saw the 22. I'm at the 24 and the 54 get together a little bit, and I was kind of hoping that they would just take each other out, but that's anyone's hope. Um, but I was just kind of watching. That's
Yeah,
as much as I can say.
yeah, they were definitely running it hard, running it side by side. They ran it door to door, and I didn't know what would happen there at the end. So, yeah, definitely an exciting finish. Another question, man. We were trying to ask people about it, but if you just wanted to maybe talk about your car and who it's a throwback to and everything like that, if you just wanted to let the fans know.
Yeah, so my car's actually a throwback to my dad. He used to run the black and blue. He always ran that color. He's had a lot of different cars, but that's the one I chose because that's the one I like the most. And I've even put that on my real life race car and taken a lot of inspiration from all his stuff. And just he inspires me so much. So I try to show my gratitude back to him, and that's just what I enjoy to do. He taught me everything I know, and I'm entirely grateful for that.
Yeah, it's always good to throw it back to your dad. I know I have done it on my real life car, throwing it back to my dad. So, but like I said, congratulations on your third place finish. But before we wrap this up and wrap this interview up, any sponsors, any family members, anybody out there you like to thank?
Yeah, so I'd like to thank Nelson Roofing, Nelson Designs, and also Megawatt Electric. Megawatt Electric is my real life sponsor, but also Nelson Roofing and Nelson Designs, they also come together and put this car together for me, and it's just a great thing and a great opportunity I've been given. I'd also like to thank the entire team of KW9, ran by Waylon Nelson and co-owned by Cameron Carden. Those two have helped me through a lot and have shown me what I need to learn about and what I need to do to put myself in positions to get into the top three and just focus more often on the race instead of other things that have held me back when racing, such as someone bumping me or something that just I don't particularly like. And they've just kind of helped me to calm down and get myself straight and just get back after it. But I'd also like to thank Dustin Hardy and Dalton. I mean, did I say Dustin Hardy?
Yeah, it's you had it right. You had it
Oh,
right.
all right. And Dalton Creech. That kind of helped me with what was going wrong on my sim too, and also just thanking them for helping me out and also putting on these races that we can go out and do every Monday and Wednesday.
Oh yeah, also yeah, huge shout out to them. I mean, they do an amazing job putting these races up, man. But like I said, congratulations on the third place finish, man. And hopefully next week when you come back on Monday, you can just get a win and continue winning on throughout the year.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been looking for. I haven't gotten one yet, but I've gotten a lot of top threes. It's probably not something to brag about, but um, just need to start getting my stuff done and put myself in the right position in the future.
Oh yeah, well, congratulations on that, man. And we'll catch you in the next one and hopefully get another interview out of you.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
Alrighty, man. Well, you have a good night, man.
Yeah, you too.
Alrighty, we're gonna bring in Zach Smith, who is gonna be our second place finisher for the night. Hey, Zach, it's funny. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
All righty, man. Well, I mean, not where you wanted to finish. Nobody wants to finish second. That's like they always say. That is always the first loser. But you definitely had the speed, had the car. You drove up through the field. Um, you know, had to battle through all those different cars, man. I mean, how did you do it right there at the end? And how did the car feel there at the end?
Man, I tell you what, the car felt pretty good. I stayed about a car length off of him. I was trying to pressure him a little bit to maybe use some tires up, and then I backed off probably 15 laps or so into the run, just trying to save a little bit. I gave him about a 3 car cushion, and when I saw it was 20 to go, I wanted to be close enough to him so when I got to 10 to go, I didn't have to, push it too hard to try to make a pass. And that's Grant's a teammate of mine, so we were sitting there talking, and uh, we were almost a straightaway. It felt like in front of third, and we were kind of figuring out what to do. And I told him, I was like, "Well, I ain't gonna give it to you." I was like, "If we get down to the nitty gritty, I'm gonna try to get around you." But I was just trying to race him as hard as I could without us getting into it. And man, we didn't touch. I thought I had him coming to the white, and I even rolled out early. It's just when you're on the bottom and there's a good car on the outside of you, you're tight getting in and to the center, and then you're a little free off. And I even rolled out early, and the car just got tight on me, and he was able to roll the top and get back by me. But man, I feel like we put on a pretty good show. I was hoping it was going to be door to door coming across the start finish line, but it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah, y'all ran it side by side for it seems about the last about 3 laps, and I didn't know what was gonna come of that. You were definitely pushing him around the track. I wasn't too sure who had the faster car there at the end, but like you said, it was just good, clean racing. Um, but I mean, like I said, not where you wanted to finish, but you are one of the faster cars. It seems like me and you are always in the booth together talking. So you definitely are fast throughout the year. But before we wrap this up and I'll let you go, man, are there any sponsors, any family members out there you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my wife for letting me be in here and do this, and then TPS Racing. I mean, we got Grant and Cole and Chase Spradlin and myself, and uh, was trying to, it's how you want to race. You want to get your teammates up here too, and hopefully we can start sweeping the top 4. But we we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, we're just having to help each other out when somebody's good at a track and somebody's not so good. Just give them pointers, and hopefully before long, we'll be all up here in the top 4.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely show speed all throughout. Y'all put it on the pole or put it in second or third on in qualifying, and then y'all run up front. So like congratulations on that second place finish. Hopefully Monday or next Wednesday we'll see you put it in victory lane, man.
I hope so. Hope so. We'll try to do it again next week.
Alrighty, man. Well, you have a good night, man, and congratulations.
Appreciate it, and thank y'all for everything.
No problem. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Your race winner, Grant Thompson, who, I mean, as soon as he took the lead, it seemed like he had this thing won. He checked out. We're going to go ahead and bring him in here. Hey, Grant, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
Alrighty, man. Well, it seems that you just had the car to beat, man. Once you checked out and got to the lead, you could not be touched, man. I mean, how does it feel?
It was really good, man. I got in here a little earlier today and did some testing and kind of got a feel for the racetrack and the setup. And ran some pretty good laps in practice earlier, this afternoon, and didn't qualify as good as I thought I was. I thought I had a better lap than what I put up, but I mean, we fired off pretty good and got around the 2 leaders and just kind of set a pace and got out front and was able to just kind of cruise it out to the halfway caution. And I mean, the car felt pretty good. Came in, put right side tires on it, and went back out and got a good restart and got out front. And Zach Smith was right behind me. He raced me really clean. Want to give a big thanks to him for not absolutely wrecking me, because he definitely could have. But no, me and him raced really well. Kind of checked out from the whole field, and was able to, just kind of cruise those last 30, 40 laps. And then, it came to the end of the wire there. And me and him raced really, really well together. So, yeah, the car felt good. Probably the first race in a couple of races that I think that my car has been the fastest on the track. So I was, very happy to just kind of get out front and stay out of the chaos and bring home a win tonight. Very, very happy about that for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of chaos on the track. It looked like it was a very loose racetrack, very kind of all over the place racetrack. Seemed like the line maybe was changing here and there. Maybe a little bit. You seen a lot of people maybe run up a little bit higher a few laps, maybe run a little bit lower a few laps. I mean, did the line seem to change to you, or did you feel like you could run a pretty consistent line?
When I was out front in front of everybody, and I was clear by 2 or 3 car lengths to Zach, I was able to, kind of get in higher, and that would lead to just getting a better drive off the corner, and the car being smoother and straighter, and not as aggressive on the rear tire and the right side tires. And Zach, caught up to me, and I was having to race more of a defensive line. I'd have to get in the corner a little bit sooner. And the car still drove pretty good. I mean, it would wash up a little bit right in the middle, but once I got back to the gas, the car would kind of turn itself and come off pretty good. So yeah, I mean, definitely had to move around a little bit, not too much to where it, hurt the tires or hurt the car at all, but definitely it was a racy track tonight. Usually this place is pretty slick and it's hard to pass, and I mean, it was kind of hard to pass tonight as well, but the sun was kind of at a perfect angle where the track wasn't too hot, and it was definitely raceable. So yeah, but definitely had to move around to try to find speed and try to find where the car was comfortable and the car wasn't too loose or too tight. So yeah, definitely a racy track for sure tonight.
Oh yeah, man. But congratulations on the win. But before we wrap this thing up, man, any sponsors, any family members, anybody out there you'd like to thank?
I want to give a huge thanks to Lee Performance Industries for always setting me up with a really good car. I want to thank Alex Thomas over at that group for painting this car for this week. Also want to give a huge thanks to the TPS Racing Group, Zach Smith, Cole Peavy, and Chase Bradlin. We've been kind of put a little group together these last couple of weeks, and we've been working really well together trying to put the 4 of us in contention to win every week. So really huge thanks to them guys and kind of keeping our heads on straight every week. But yeah, super happy for the win, and hopefully we can carry this momentum into next week and try to pick off a few more wins before the end of the season.
Oh yeah, man. Well, like I said, congratulations on the win. You did an amazing job, drove the wheels off of it, man. And hopefully next week we can see you continue on the trend and just keep this thing in victory lane.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Had a good night.
Oh, no problem, man. You have a good night.
You too, man. Thank you.
No problem. Oh. Alrighty, man. Well, that's gonna wrap up tonight's racing. These guys did an amazing job. I mean, they drove the wheels off these things. They were not messing around tonight. It was nothing to mess around with. So, I mean, what can you ask for right there? I mean, it was good, hard racing. Couple little cautions here and there. But, I mean, other than that, good, clean racing. You've seen a little bit of bumping here and there, but nothing too bad. Didn't see any beef tonight. Didn't see anything like that. But just want to give a huge shout out to Dustin and Dalton. They run Down South Racing League. They do an amazing job. For anybody wanting to run in that league, hit one of them up. They do an amazing job. They host these amazing races. They do these throwbacks. They do all types of special races. For anybody that is watching the stream that was currently racing and was running a throwback, if you wanted to come in and talk about it for just a second, I'm gonna stay talking for just a minute. Just jump in the waiting room, and we'll bring you in. We'll let you talk about your car and who it's a throwback to and what it means to you. That's what this week was worried about, was throwing back to maybe a family member or somebody that was important to you that you wanted to throw back to and talk about. And it's just someone that meant a lot to you. As he heard Patrick McPeak, he said that Dale Earnhardt was somebody that he looked up to. And also Dalton Creech throwing it back to his uncle in his very first race car. Dustin Hardy throwing it back to Mark Martin, maybe somebody that means quite a lot to him. You also heard Carson Klingelhofer saying he was throwing it back to his father. So definitely a lot of that takes place into this stuff of throwing it back to somebody, that a family member, somebody that you enjoy or something like that. But like I said, huge shout out to those guys. I got to thank them a lot for letting me do this every week. They do an amazing job running this league. But we should be doing maybe just a little bit more streaming tonight, but this is going to be it for the racing tonight. We may be doing a small stream, just a little fun stream tonight, maybe playing something a little bit different with the guys from down south, Dustin and Dalton and those guys like that. Make sure to tune in, subscribe if you want to, turn on that notification bell, like the video also. We do these every week, Monday and Wednesday. Also on Tuesday we do Showtime ARCA. So if that's something y'all are also interested in, make sure to tune in and watch that. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we do a stream. And I'm gonna try to start getting into streaming on the weekends too. Just streaming different games and just trying to get more into this kind of thing. But other than that, this has been Team Down Racing TV on Twitch and YouTube. Got to thank every one of you viewers, man, and I will catch y'all on the next one.